Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelade here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 news and info video. So for those of you who play The Sims 4 on console, today is an awesome day. Happy September 6th, also known as Sims 4 Patch Day. So this is not a PC patch, I do want to put this out there. This patch is for console gamers only, so if you have a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, then you are in luck. So Sim Guru Legacy has released a huge list of patch notes for console, and I will be reading them for you today. So this is update 1.10 on September 6, 2018. Hello Simmers, wow, what a summer we've had in The Sims 4 with the release of 2 fan favorite packs, Cats and Dogs and Laundry Day, and great feedback for the community creations in my library. We are keeping that sunshine boosted momentum going with this update. Talking of sunshine, we cast an eye to the Caribbean and its vibrant, colorful clothing and styles. With Carnival taking place throughout the region, we took inspiration from the traditional patterns to craft some hip, modern clothing for your Sims to wear to a party or perhaps the last picnic of the summer. This new update adds several often requested and cool new features, some of which are exclusive to consoles, so let's jump into what's new. Hark, what light through yonder window breaks, or rather a skylight rather than a window. That's right, Simmers can now add glass roofs to their builds. Horticultural Sims can now get their thumbs extra green thanks to the overhauled gardening skill. Rather than rewrite it, here is the perfect explanation from Sim Guru Grant. We synchronize plants to need water, etc. at the same time of day. Seed packets can be opened if placed on the ground. There is a gardening sort and outdoor activities in build to make it easy to find all the gardening equipment. You can also buy seed packets in build now. Gardening evolution has been streamlined to 5 levels with better UI, plus we made the interaction immediate. Uncommon and rare seed packets can be purchased once you're at high levels of the gardening skill. This means you can just buy them instead of hunting them down in the world. You can research plants, new interaction, to gain info for your notebook. Research tells you things like the right growing season, sell price, and more. You can now sell harvestables directly from the plant. Most interactions now have an area of effect option at higher levels, so you can garden more quickly and efficiently. While Save Game 1 is an inspired name for your first save, it doesn't really portray what the save is. That is why you can now give your save game files their own name. When saving for the first time, simply hit save and put in the name you want, and you're all set. Don't worry if you already have a Save Game 1 or even made a typo when saving your new named saves, you can also rename your save files. To do this, open the Save Game or Load Game menu and hit the square button on PlayStation 4 or the X button on Xbox One. Did you have bigger problems than just the name of your save? Want to free up a save slot? With a new feature we like to call delete, you can now delete a save game rather than overwrite it. Simply highlight your save game in the load or save menu. Press the triangle button on PlayStation 4 or the Y button on Xbox One. My library is a place of wonder. One of the things we often wondered is, why do you need to open a household, lot, or room before you can delete it? We didn't have a good answer for that, so now you can just highlight the creation and press the triangle button on PlayStation 4 or the Y button on Xbox One to delete the item without having to open it first. Thanks to your feedback and ongoing suggestions, we added more community creations. Thanks to all of the Simmers for the suggestions, and extra special thanks to the creators. If you used a household from my library and create a sim, then proceed into the world without making any changes. You'd find that my library would have a whole load of clones. Now, if your sim doesn't change from the one you selected from my library, we don't waste your space by creating duplicates. There are new clothing categories in Create a Sim for cold weather and hot weather outfits. The extra options provide more wardrobe and storytelling options. There is a whole new swimwear category for toddlers. What else can we say about Cass? I guess we could say that there are new lipsticks, eyeshadows, eyeliners, everything you need for that new look. Caribbean content that includes 3 new hairs, 2 of which have beautiful curls and textures. There are also numerous new clothing assets, some makeup, and even a little furniture. We should mention that it includes a ceiling fan and a sliding door. If you go to the reward store and look in the inspirations panel, you'll see you can now spend satisfaction points to re-roll your traits with the retraining potion. General issues. Wallpapering a large room shouldn't be any more challenging than it already is. I mean, who has the time to line up the patterns just right? We got rid of that annoying performance drop when you got all decorative. Things can and do go wrong in The Sims, so much that we even have a game over screen. When you reach that screen, you might have been unlucky enough to realize that your latest Sims game recorded the fact that all your Sims were gone. Now you get a choice of where you want to save your game, if you even want to. A wise person once said, "I need trepanation like a hole in the world." Well, okay, if they didn't say that, but if they played The Sims 4 and had to use undo on a room placement while placing a tile floor, then they might have. Using manage households to add families should be straightforward rather than being as smooth as a holiday meal with your extended family. While you might not own a house, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to admire a beautifully built home with all of its textures. Starting a new life in a new lot with a new household is sure to bring neighbors over with pie and intrigue. That welcome wagon shouldn't go hiding your controls though, just keep an eye on that one neighbor eyeing up your silverware. Placing floors while using place room mode shouldn't cause performance issues anymore. Floor fitters have gotten more efficient. In build mode, you'd expect the search option to find what you need, and it kind of did if you only search for one word. It wasn't so good if you added a multiple word search like unicorn dream shower. Now everyone can search for and add a unicorn dream shower in their home. Hurrah! While you are busy searching, you might also notice that we correctly show the build menus where previously there was a big gap. You know what is better than watching TV? Watching TV with a friend, unless they like to talk through every show. We have a large amount of choice in Create a Sim, so it was a shame that you couldn't see some color swatches on clothing items, as the sheer number of options couldn't fit on screen. A bit of a wardrobe reorganization and all clothing options are available to you. Ever notice that when the welcome wagon visits, the visiting Sim hides their fruitcake to keep for themselves? Well, now they'll actually share it with you. Whether you take a piece is up to you though. Get to work. When you start a new career, you generally want to read the whole job description, which is why we added the ability to scroll on the careers panel. Now you can't claim you didn't know what you were getting into when accepting a job. Talking of careers, some employers can be overly aggressive with their hiring techniques and overlap categories. We asked them kindly to be nice and organize the careers tab so everyone could get some screen time. Restocking supplies is no longer free. Sims will actually pay for what they order. It does mean that the cheaper restocking perk gets you some nice discounts. Hospitals can get busy. It doesn't mean that doctors trying to put more than one Sim in a bed at a time is an acceptable solution. New hospital rule: one patient, one bed. Aliens and vampires don't feel inclined to change the colors of their beards and eyebrows when going to work anymore. Case closed. The police chief didn't do it and can't be a suspect of a crime anymore. The Ask About Suspect interaction is now available during an APB event in the detective career. City Living. Sims that are resurrected after dying from eating poisonous pufferfish nigiri will no longer die after eating anything else. We carefully washed the dishes to clean off the poison properly this time. Every restaurant wants a good review from food critics, and it helps if they don't have conflicting experiences while coming up with their reviews. We all agreed on a rating system they'll all stick to from now on. Cats and dogs. We don't usually condone painting your cats and dogs, but it doesn't mean you should be limited when doing it in Create a Pet. The larger paint strokes used to cause problems for a number of Simmers until now. Cats that have been spayed won't get pregnant anymore if they have the free spirit trait and leave the house for a secret rendezvous with the tomcat next door. You would have thought that cats held a static charge with the way that toys stuck to them when they finished playing. Turns out that isn't the case, so toys will stay on the floor when not being played with. Adopt, don't buy. Eligible Sims can do that with their cat or dog of choice. We love to look at photos of cats and dogs as much as the next person, but sometimes you have to eat. Being able to back out of Simstagram Pet lets your Sim go and do the things Sims do. Veterinary clinic staff will focus on treating your furry friends even if a TV or computer is on the lot. We had to set the employees' screen time rules. Dine out. New recipes from cats and dogs will be available and work as expected in restaurants. Perfect patio stuff. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box, all radios can now tune into the Electronica station. Romantic garden stuff. If you close your eyes really tight and wish hard enough at the wishing well, a summoned child will actually be added to the household. The wishing well now gives you a soulmate which matches the gender of your Sims' romantic preference. Thank you, Sims team. Backyard stuff. Why do birds suddenly appear every time a bird feeder is near? Birds will come back to your garden when a bird feeder is placed. Vintage glamour stuff. Butlers need rest. Plus, no one gets to sleep if they do chores while you try to sleep. Sending the butler to go and sleep while everyone else is asleep will allow the time to fly by. After a long day, you just want to clean off the makeup. A new interaction on the vanity table will allow your Sims to take off the vanity makeup. PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 Pro Simmers should notice higher sim texture quality while in live mode thanks to the additional power. Xbox One. Simmers on Xbox One can now get more from the additional power of the console and should notice higher sim texture quality levels when in live mode. The Sims 4 might not be a good game about reflexes, but it doesn't mean we want to be stuck at 30 frames per second. That is why we have lifted the frame rate cap on Xbox One X. Switching profiles won't confuse your online friends as much as they'll be able to accurately see what part of The Sims 4 you are actually playing. As you might expect, we looked to the PC and Mac versions of The Sims 4 and brought over some of their fixes and changes to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. With all of these new features and changes, we bet you are more eager to go and try them out than read about them, so we'll sign off here for now. Sim Guru Legacy. Alrighty, you guys, so that wraps up the patch notes for those of you that are playing on console, whether that be PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Hopefully you are excited. Leave all of your comments down below. Are you going to be updating this? Now, this is a huge update. I hear that it's about 2.5 gigabytes, so it's going to take quite some time if you have a slower internet connection. But let me know down in the comment section below if you have a console and are planning to update your game. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all to the moon and back, and I will see you all in my next video. Don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and add it to your favorites. If you enjoyed, subscribe today to become a Pixelator and ding the little bell next to the subscribe button, and you will be notified whenever I upload any type of new video. I'll talk to you all next time. Bye, guys.